No?
Yeah.
Set up shop at the top of 4 seasons. This song goes out to my brother Andy. Cowboy baby. Yeehaw! You know what we're talking about. You know Bobog. You know Andy. Cowboy baby.
Welcome back to the Jacked Up Fantasy Football League preview show. We're on to our next expansion team here, Andy the Frosty Paw. But before we go on, you gotta tell me why you chose that as his intro song.
Quick story.
Make it quick.
Boban, the other team, and Andy are at a bar. Andy picks up some skank, bangs her behind the bar. The girl has a cowboy hat on. Andy puts it on, starts wiggling it around while he's pumping the girl, saying cowboy. And when he was little and got excited, he used to do this a lot. So we integrated all that right there.
Wow. So let me just get this straight. Was the bar still open when this happened?
I don't know. You're going to have to ask those guys.
Like, was he doing it right in front of everybody else?
I just know it was by a dumpster. Now that's class.
But you just said it was by the bar.
In the back of the bar, by the dumpster.
I'm picturing like at the bar.
That's the kind of girl you want to bring home to mama.
Welcome back to the Jacked Up Fantasy Football League preview show.
Is that energetic enough
That's
for you?
That's very energetic. Hosted by the back-to-back league champion, Archon Tigers. I'll pause to allow him to pick up his trophy.
Hey, guys.
And yours truly, the commissioner. Expansion team, so no history here for Andy and the Frosty Paws. It's the best picture I can come up with. I don't know how you picture this guy. It's kind of gay, but you know what?
That's all
it's kind of appropriate.
That's all you need to know.
Starting quarterback for Andy, Philip Rivers. Just like Bubba, he was one of the last of the upper tier quarterbacks after the top three of Manning, Breeze, and Rodgers. He was pretty much the very last guy. Had he passed on him, he would have been stuck with a guy like Kevin Cobb or Jay Cutler or
Flacco.
Flacco.
Not bad.
Yeah, so I agree with the pick. I think Rivers. No one talks about Rivers every year in fantasy football.
He's very quiet, but he gets it done.
He gets the job done. He likes to sling it down the field, man.
The only bad thing about him this year, the left tackle's holding out. He protects his blind side.
So is Vincent Jackson. Forgot to mention our sponsor, Heineken Light.
I'm drinking Coke, sorry guys.
And, well, that was in honor of Bubba. Why are you drinking that for Andy?
Well, I don't have a beer. You didn't offer me one.
Because you're a pussy.
That's okay.
Why. Anyway. So I agree with Philip Rivers. I think it was at the right time, the good pick. Number one running back, Sean Green. This is on an offense that runs the ball a lot, and I mean they got the motto: play good defense, run the ball, control the clock. Because your quarterback sucks, Mark Sanchez. So he's going to be the workhorse. But are you afraid of LT?
Yeah,
taking some carries away from him?
Definitely. I think that I don't know if I would have taken Sean Green there. You still have Ryan Matthews available. You have Ryan Grant available. You might want to look at one of those guys. But the plus side to Sean Green, last year, he averaged over 5.5 yards a carry. That is badass. Him and Jamal Charles. But they did it against weak teams.
He was in a team where Thomas Jones had 1,400 yards.
True.
So, I want to see this guy do it. I want to see him carry the ball, 25 times a game. Let me see what he can do.
I think he would have been gone. That's what Andy was probably thinking, so he just rolled the dice. I know he likes him a lot, and he rolled the dice.
But I actually
respect that.
With what was left on the board, with the exception of my sleeper picks of Pierre Thomas, Javid Best, maybe Ryan Matthews, there's no one else I would have picked ahead of him.
You could have taken Romo there too. I don't know. That could have worked either way.
Everyone has a different strategy.
Right.
The first receiver to go off the board, the 8th overall pick in Andre Johnson. 2 years in a row, this guy was the number1 receiver in football, and I think he can do it again. There's no reason why he can't.
Definitely, I agree. I'm just questioning. I'm missing the snake thing already. He wasn't available for him.
You struggled with that thing yesterday.
Yeah, I can't handle it. I'm sorry.
Well, the way it works is,
I understand it now. You don't need to waste time. Okay. Andy started out the draft strong, and then it just all fell apart with him.
Where did it fall apart?
I stopped right there. I'm right at Philip Rivers. No Sean Marino, big question mark right now.
Marion Barber.
He could have taken Charles. He could have taken Best, Beanie Wells, or no.
So you want to? You sure? I mean, let's take 15 seconds so I can explain.
No,
this.
I was right, actually. I was right this time. He could have taken any of those guys right here.
Okay.
Beanie Wells, Jahi, Best. I'm not a big fan of no Sean Marino. I had him in another league.
I had him last year.
Didn't keep him.
Yeah, I had him last year. Best pick of the draft for Andy?
For Andy, I like Aroma Shodu from the Bears.
I can't even say that name. I give you credit.
He had a tough last 3 or 4 games. Man, the kid was money. And he got him in the 9th round. I think you got to go with him. Even Bernard Berry's nice in the 10th.
Yeah.
But you said he had a hamstring. I haven't read anything about that yet.
Yeah. I actually, yeah, he does. And he's not on the same page with Brett Favre. I like LT. I mean, he definitely burned me last year. I took him in the 2nd round. He dropped to the 8th.
Well, it's good to see you don't hold any grudges.
No, not at all. I think he feels like he has at least 1 or 2 good years left. And the way he's been playing in training camp, I mean, that could be a good pick there. Worst pick of the draft, I'm going to say Braylon Edwards in the 7th round.
That's pretty bad.
That's bad.
I would have to say either him or Mark Sanchez. Sanchez is terrible.
He took Sanchez too? Holy shit.
2 Jets on the same team.
Oh my God.
The Jets are not that great of a team.
Sanchez should not have been picked if this was like a 2014 league.
Right, I agree.
I don't even put him in the top 25. Jeez. I didn't even see that. Holy cow.
He's got I think he's thinking maybe I got Braylon and Sanchez. Maybe he's rolling the dice.
Yeah.
Rolling the dice, hoping
that will get you a lot of points,
something
Andy.
happens. But Andy, I think you're better off going to that bar again and just pumping that girl from behind than what you did in this draft. You were terrible.
Hey, if anything, that was a great story. Yeah. Thanks for sharing to the rest of our owners and all.
That viewers. Story elevated every time someone in our family heard it. It just got worse and worse.
Oh.
Like it started out, he just met the girl, then he fucked her.
So you mean better every time he told the story? Got better.
It just got more animated.
Okay.
I don't even
worse.
Well, it got worse for him.
Oh. Well, it just got into the family. Yeah,
it just got more animated every time. And my aunt, if you knew her, Boban's mother, that lady knows how to fabricate pretty good.
So, well, she's a serf.
Right.
So did she really have the hat, or was that just a myth?
I want to believe it. In my fantasy, she had the hat
on. So you got your own version.
Right.
So you're talking about your aunt making shit up.
I love that he fucked the girl by the dumpster.
God bless you.
I would have banged her head right into the fucking
How old was he?
I don't know. I want to say 4 or 5 years ago. So
okay.
Mid-20s.
Cool. Good for you, Andy.
We all got that story.
Bold prediction for Frosty Paws. For me, the bold prediction, I mean, this is really a prediction. I mean, I don't have any bold predictions on here except for I can see LaDainian Tomlinson scoring 8 touchdowns this year. That's a bold prediction. But as far as his record, I'm going to say, unfortunately, I think Andy is going to finish last place in that division. I'm going to put him at 5-9. Andy, sorry, buddy. Welcome to the Jacked Up Fantasy Football League. This is not your little, Mickey Mouse Pee Wee League you've been playing. You are not going to win more than 5 games. I think you had a bad draft.
Bro, I wish I could disagree with him, but I got you and Bulldogs respectively finishing 11 and 12 in the league, both with 5 and 9 records. I'll have to agree with you.
Okay.
I hope I'm wrong, Andy. You got C.J. Spiller. He's nice. There's a couple of positives in your lineup. Hopefully, if the stars align right, everything happens perfect. He could squeeze out maybe a 500 record, but I don't see him in the postseason.
Sorry, Andy, but a great story. It's all the time we have. Good luck to you this year. Make sure I get my money before you start the season like 0-4. Don't make me send my Cleveland boys after you. Peace.